Hello, welcome back to Insert Name Podcast here. This is your host, Hayden Bogish, and to my left, I have Hans Bogish.
Wow. You didn't do me like that? Can't even say my own name? Okay.
Your name is your name?
My name is my name. My name's
My name-
Jeb.
Oh, fuck me. This is going to be a good episode.
Yes, it is.
And to my right, I have...
Hi. Oh, he doesn't introduce me. He introduces his brother, but I can go fuck myself.
You can.
You're
Hi.
like the half-brother that's
James.
in the
Hi.
basement.
Yeah. Yeah. Basement, closet, whatever.
To my right is James Thomas.
Same thing.
Today, we got a doozy of a podcast here. We weren't originally going to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, but me and Hans went and saw it, and surprisingly enough, Hans, what would you rate it? Just right off the top of your head.
It was a 9. Not gonna lie.
That's fucking insane because this man hates Marvel.
I do.
This man
I do
fucking
hate Marvel.
hates
everything.
Marvel. I mean,
He hates
everything. But he specifically despises Marvel. Don't get me wrong. I would give it a solid 9 as well.
The last good Marvel movie is what was it, No Way Home? Even then,
Oh,
like,
you
that
mean-
was...
yeah. Was it
that
No
was
Way Home?
good.
Yeah, Spider-Man. No Way
But
Home.
even
Yep.
then, like, it had its flaws. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a sucker for Hugh Jackman. You kill a lot of people in horrible ways, and
Yeah, I think the one thing that me and my brother gravitate towards in film and movies is violence. A lot of the time, our scale is was
I'm
it
a
bloody
psychopath.
as fuck? Was it bloody as fuck? Yeah, it was. It was great.
That
And the opening scene.
we're just gonna talk about it. I don't give
Yeah,
a shit.
spoilers.
Yeah, we're talking about this.
James has not seen it. He said
But-
he
Trying to
wants to wait
convince
for it to come out on streaming. Today's podcast is basically going to be us in the first maybe 10, 15 minutes trying to convince him.
Which they can probably do really easily. I just can't find it in me to give a fuck about anything superhero related anymore. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy
brother.
the movies when I do watch the ones that I like, though.
The
Like No Way
first,
Home.
the first like 10 minutes of that movie. You know how in every Deadpool there's always some over the top shit that he does.
Mm-hmm.
The first 10 minutes he digs up Logan's body from Logan and uses it to kill a bunch of the TBA
Oh, it's
guys.
Logan from Logan.
No, it's so the Wolverine that he finds that you see in the yellow suit is not Logan from Logan. It's a different variant. He actually after that little montage, it goes into basically the story of it where the TVA picks him up. He's stopped superheroing because he feels like he doesn't have a purpose. He tried going to the sacred timeline from what they're calling it, which is the MCU, and he got denied by John Favreau. He got denied by Happy. Happy's in the fucking movie.
Oh, neat.
Happy Hogan. And he's at Stark, or was it Stark facility or whatever? Or Avengers Campus.
Yeah.
He's at Avengers Campus. And
He's doing an interview.
yeah, he's doing an interview. And he's like getting all teared up. And then he's like, is the big man gonna come in? And he's like, and Happy Hogan's like, what are you talking about? He's like, the big guy, the big honcho. He's talking about Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, for right now, I am the head of who you want to talk to right now. He's like, are you? I thought you were the chauffeur. And he just keeps ripping into him.
It's just
the
shit like
whole
that.
time. It's a lot of shit like that, of him just making fun of the whole
Dude, they're okay.
where they started and where they're at now.
If there's another thing that's good, it's because you know how Fox has just fucked up everything that they have. Okay, he literally says he grabs the fucking
Oh my
camera
God.
and he says, "Fuck you, Fox,
No.
get fucked," and
No.
then smashes his head.
He
into
says,
it.
dude, literally verbatim, he's talking to one of the TVA guys who grabs him, and he's like, they're saying like, oh, we're gonna gratuitous, what the fuck, I can't talk, cameos, and he's like, something I can marvel at, and the TVA guy's like, yeah, and so he's like, give me 1 second, walks over to one of the cameras, grabs it, he's like, fuck you, 20th Century Fox, I'm going to Disneyland, headbutts the fucking camera and says, get fucked. And
so he gets denied for MCU.
I mean, well, in the beginning,
The
and then
Avengers.
it back in 2018 when he got the Time Watch or whatever from Deadpool 2.
Right.
What I was really sad about was no mention. Well, I mean, there was a mention of Cable, nothing about Domino and Cable in this movie, which really sucked. I was a little bummed out about that. Because I really like Domino and Cable.
It's just go into the fucking movie. If you go and see it, go into it. Do not just turn your fucking head off. Accept everything that they put in the movie and just deal with it. Because it's not, the story's not fucking great. There's no...
There's barely a thread of a story.
Right.
Yeah, there's no story really. It's just them... It's basically watching dudes just kind of
fumble around. Yeah.
And just have fun. That's all it is. It's a fun movie.
Just watching dudes fumble around.
Yeah. Naked.
Well, but
Oiled up and naked.
I would say...
Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds.
I'm going to make a lot of not friends right now, but the MCU, that absolute shit stain of a timeline universe, doesn't deserve Deadpool. So I'm happy that at least he was denied at the beginning. And if that changes later on in the movie, then that's fine, but...
Well...
You know.
I mean, the fucking Marvel... Just Marvel in general has just been... The best thing I could say is what I saw this morning was they're basically throwing shit at a wall and seeing which one sticks.
Yeah.
And with this, I know that they're trying to get She-Hulk. They're trying to get Khan in this. Trying to get...
She-Hulk was supposed to play a big part of it, apparently.
Ryan Reynolds cut that. He was like, fuck that.
We don't know for sure.
Was it She-Hulk from the show or a different She-Hulk?
Yeah, fucking show.
Well, that's because the show fucking flobbed and wobbed and fucking... didn't do super hot.
Well, I mean, I don't know. She-Hulk was all right. I kind of dug it for what it was. They really just had a miss with bringing in Daredevil, I think. It was all right. I thought it was like a solid 6.
Lord.
It was a 6.
6? Anything that has come out after...
Endgame?
Anything besides, like, No Way Home. Am I getting that right? I forget.
That's in there.
They all sound the same.
No Way Home.
Homecoming, No Way Home.
Far From Home. So, yeah, it's Homecoming, Far From Home, and then No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Yeah.
Everything that has come out after that, Quantum Mania, fucking all the shows. Why the fuck would I want to go and watch...
Doctor Strange was pretty good.
No, it's not. That's a trash-ass movie. Sorry.
I like the occult mysticism. I'm also not a huge Benedict fucking dick fuck fan.
Benedict Cucumberbatch.
Yeah, there we go. That's his name.
I liked it. Fuck you. Sam Raimi cinematography in there all the way. It fucked for me. I don't care.
He likes what he likes.
He gave She-Hulk a 6.
Yeah, no, I'll give it a 4. I'm sorry about that.
Now that you got criticized, you had to go back 2 points.
No, I
hell?
You think about it a little bit.
Personally, I don't like giving...
I saw She-Hulk. She had her ass turkin. I liked it.
Okay, yeah, you just remind me of that and like...
Meg Thee Stallion.
Right.
I love Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, no,
I
dude.
forgot about that.
Oof. God, this is just like a banter right now. We're not even like going over anything.
Anyways,
I mean, this is basically a podcast, right?
Yep.
That's what this
we're
is.
in the
We're
fucking zone
in the
now.
shit. Yeah, so basically he jumps. So after he tells Fox to get fucked, I mean, so this movie is just a big love letter to their origin at 20th Century Fox.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan Reynolds is even has said that. He just said that at Comic-Con. That's what this movie was, as a send-off to 20th Century Fox, and then them joining the MCU, essentially. And combining all the ideas that 20th Century Fox had and giving endings to some people who kind of got fucked, essentially.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It's honestly makes me super excited for what's to come. I honestly really hope Ryan Reynolds has a say in kind of what's going to go on further. Not saying keep Deadpool front and center. I'm just saying story-wise, I feel like what they did here was...
I want more of this.
Cool.
This is just... It feels like back in the day when we'd go like see action movies or something.
Right.
Like, you don't go into the fucking movie to see a story, really. You get the story, and then you get all the cool action scenes, and like you get like Expendables. Like Expendables 1 was just like a popcorn flick. This is what it felt like.
Right.
And if they do more of this, then yeah, please. Just give me Hugh Jackman.
Everything doesn't need to be fucking like super deep and fucking
No, not at all.
bullshit. And like movies that do that, that's fine as long as you know that's what you're fucking gutting into when you go to fucking sit your butt in the seat. But everything doesn't have to be super fucking in depth. And like, you know, there's a lot of like gratuitous movies that are just like fucking violence, blood, sex, gore, and they're fun.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily take anything away from them because that's what they're meant to be. Now, when you put yourself out there like you're some intellectual fucking this, that, or the other, you can kind of go suck a dick if you fuck that up. Like, as long as you pull it off, if you want to promote yourself that way, that's fine. If it just seems real try hard and shit.
Well, that's what everything that's been
right.
coming out feels like.
Right.
This
Too
is just,
try hardy.
Yeah, everything's just been too, like with their whole thing with the Kang dynasty and how that just kind of fell apart.
Fuck me. Oh God, that's crazy. That is so crazy that they got the one guy that was gonna be like their Thanos, and he just fucked it all up.
I mean,
he just fucked his shit up.
Was he innocent?
No.
It came out that he was beating women?
Yeah, dude, there's no excuse for that shit.
But, yeah, after that and how much that fumbled, they just keep shoveling shit out. Like, dude, why am I going to watch a show? What was the one with the chick who's got, like, 4 different, like, disabilities?
Oh, the one that,
She's deaf.
Yeah.
Paraplegic.
Right.
Not paraplegic, but she has no leg.
I don't
what was
know
that show
the
called?
Fuck that was gonna be called.
Fucking Echo. Yeah, she's missing a leg and she's deaf.
To me, that just feels like they're reaching. Dude, you're reaching so fucking hard. Like, you're going to a movie to see people just fight shit that you've seen in the comics.
Echo was. Echo was just straight fighting the whole time.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's just shit. There's nothing to it. Why am I going to go watch
I will say there was not, like, I think I watched halfway through. I got bored.
That's what I'm saying. Everything that's coming out is boring.
Yeah.
There's nothing fun. Like, dude, remember the build-up to Infinity War?
Yep.
Remember how hype we all went and saw it back in the day? We went to go see every single Marvel movie because we were like, oh, shit, dude. We all knew what Thanos was. Everyone knows what fucking Thanos is. But it's like, the build-up? This has no build-up. I don't give a shit about Kang. Why am I going to care about him? There was nothing that... Like, Quantumania should have went down a dark path. They should have killed Ant-Man.
They either should have killed Ant-Man or one of his loved ones. Like,
kill an Avenger. Somebody needs to die to give everyone else a reason to go and fight.
Make it feel like a real threat. But I mean, honestly, it's
like there's
kind of
actually something at stake.
Yeah,
and don't bring him back.
That's my problem with the Conjuring series. Not to sidetrack, my big problem with the Conjuring series is no one's ever at stake. No one's ever fucking threatened. It's just jump out of the camera, booga 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 booga. People run for 10 minutes, fucking right back to it. Same thing, rinse and repeat for fucking movie after movie after movie.
I feel like the reason for that with The Conjuring is because none of them actually died. You know what I mean?
Right, but
it's
like they're also like
true events. Or
yeah,
whatever.
but most of the true events are like it happened in this place. Like
Yeah.
Ed and Lorraine Warren were not singing songs to kids. They were pieces of shit. They were fucking. They were hawksters. Yeah. They were bullshit.
Money,
they
money,
were
money.
liars. And Ed specifically was
money,
not.
money.
Ed was specifically not a good guy, which is why I don't like in The Conjuring 2 when he's sitting there fucking playing Elvis for everyone. It's like, oh fuck you. These were con artists.
Yeah, they wanted the money.
But it's you know, it's that same kind of thing where it's like if I don't feel like there's a purpose for this, if you're just doing shit to do it, and nothing feels like it's actually at stake, then everything gets taken a little bit less seriously.
Yeah, I get what you mean with that. But I for sure think I feel like we should just bring up them announcing fucking... I mean, cool, they're doing Doomsday, but why the fuck are you gonna cast...
Let Hans cook, dude. Let him cook.
I want to hear your opinion about
He's
that.
He's been fizzling on this for a second.
I'm just going to put it out there. San Diego Comic-Con was this weekend. They just announced at Hall H, Robert Downey Jr. is going to play Doomsday. That's an announcement.
Spoiler.
It's not a spoiler.
He's going to be Doomsday.
Dude,
Doomsday?
Hans,
that's
please.
the name of the film. Jesus
yeah, it's
Christ.
called Avengers Doomsday.
So what I'm thinking is what they're going to do is they're going to do Infamous Iron Man. So they're going to keep him being Iron Man, but I forget what happens, but he gets the Azareth ability. He still has the powers that Doom has. It's fucking weird, but he's got the armor and everything of, like, Iron Man. It's strange. I don't know the full thing on it, but...
I thought they were still going to set up, like, Doomsday's whole backstory in...
Doomsday?
Dr. Doom's backstory and stuff. Wow, I sound not like I know Marvel. I'm sorry.
So, I don't know. I don't like that they're bringing him back when they have like 6 other dudes they could.
We could have had fucking
use.
what's his name from Game of Thrones be fucking Doctor Doom.
Nikolai.
I'll be
Yeah.
Dr. Doom.
Well, Cillian Murphy I thought was going to be one of the top ones, and he would have been. I feel
God,
like
he would have fucked that shit.
Yeah,
up
Cillian
in a
Murphy would
good
have
way.
been fucking rad. That would have been cool shit.
Well, then I heard that Andrew Lincoln was going around. Like
I
being,
heard
like,
Andrew
a huge
Lincoln
thing.
Magneto.
Andrew Lincoln.
And I also heard Henry Cavill Magneto. Oh, sorry.
Well, hang on. Let's finish
Dude,
RDJ
let's
and then
finish
jump
RDJ.
back
Yeah,
into
so we'll jump back
Deadpool.
into Deadpool Wolverine. But I also heard Henry Cavill as Magneto, and I was like, fuck, him with
I'm sorry,
some
but
gray hair.
James and I were talking about this. It's gotten to the point where there's a dead body on the ground,
And it's
and
Henry
you are.
Cavill.
That's not.
Oh.
It's RDJ.
Oh yeah, they're just
You're
beating a dead
resurrecting his
horse.
corpse. Like, bring him back. We need people to come back.
We need
because
people to come back to the movies, please.
We
we're
fucked
losing
up,
money.
But instead of fixing the things that people blatantly don't like and tell us consistently they don't like, we're just going to keep putting those things in there and try and get your money through other means.
Well, and then forgot to mention that the Russo brothers are coming back as well because you need literally the best like comic book directors. Those guys were done. They had to have been given them two and RDJ had to have been given an insane amount of money.
At least half the budget of what both those movies are gonna cost.
Bro, when those movies come out, they're taking like 3/4 of that fucking cut.
They probably got like a good 10% each from both those movies that are coming out. And honestly, what the Russo brothers put out after the Avengers movies, not great.
What did they put out?
That fucking Ryan Gosling movie that was on with Chris Evans.
Yeah,
The spy one. It wasn't great, bro. Why'd you make it PG-13?
That's the thing is you need
It's
to know
fucking
when
ass.
you need to know when to do a rated R.
Yep.
to the
Dude,
PG-13.
and like,
Yep.
I feel like PG-13 is so limiting. Like, look what we just fucking saw. Like, they could make an Avengers fucking movie that's rated R with all of them in it, and still make they made $400 million in domestic box offices.
They made $400 million.
Just after the end of Saturday.
God,
That is fucking insane for a rated R movie. That is like absolutely insane. It's probably gonna make a bill. Like,
Okay, so yeah, we got to go back to RDJ.
Dr.
Cool,
Doom.
it's awesome he's coming back, but my interest, I'm pretty sure James's interest is not there, right? You don't give a fuck.
If he really, really, really wants to come back, like legitimately was like, I miss Marvel and artistically I feel like I need to do this, and he comes out and says that's different. Otherwise, I ain't buying that shit.
Well, that's what he did.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, he came out and he said, I love a, what did he say? Not a divisive character, but I love an interesting character. or
I
some
love
shit
the
like
check.
that. Yeah, that's essentially what it.
I love
felt
the
like.
check. My
I-
HBO series is not getting viewed.
The HBO series was actually good.
I haven't watched
liked
it.
it.
I need to.
I dug it. It was pretty fucking cool. I need to watch the ending of it, but
'Kay.
anyways,
Going
back to Deadpool Wolverine.
So, cameos.
Cameos.
Just gonna tell everyone the
we're gonna-
cameos.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
spoil
Brother.
all the cameos.
If there's not a Spider-Man cameo, then
I feel like that's a Secret Wars type deal. I feel like we might actually get, dude, after this shit, I feel like we might actually get Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
give me the good
finally
cameos
meeting.
then.
So, right off the rip, first cameo, when he's jumping from each universe, he runs into a Wolverine that is played by Henry Cavill. And it's
dope.
fucking beautiful. When he's working on a bike, he's smoking a cigar, he fucking says, "What do you fucking want, bub?"
Oh, we're going
And
with like the classic.
And dude, he's
It was
in the
dope.
white tank top, blue jeans. Deadpool is like in shock. He's like, "Oh my god!" He said, "We'll treat you so much better than those fucking assholes over at DC." And you know what was great? There's another little cameo that we got. It's Hugh Jackman Wolverine. It was one of the first ones that they showed as another variant. He's just a little guy. They made him comic accurate Wolverine, where he's like 5'4".
Itty bitty.
And it
He's as
was-
big as my leg.
And it's so funny because they put him at like a arcade bar. Not even like a real grimy, dive bar. They put him in a fucking arcade bar. Where
Neat.
people are playing like hatchet throw and shit. It was just funny. Then we get Wolverine in the brown and yellow suit fighting the Hulk.
Yeah, they show the Hulk.
Which Hulk?
They MCU Hulk.
Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah.
Fuck that fool, but that's rad.
What?
It was cool.
What?
I fucking despise Mark Ruffalo as a human being.
Why?
Garbage human being. We'll talk about it off here because I don't want to get fucking canceled on podcast.
All right, we'll cut that. I thought he was
Keep
a
the
good
fuck
person.
Mark. Keep the fucking part in.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. It was cool. Sorry, because Deadpool turns. And it was cool because they did a little thing from one of the comic covers where you see where it's Wolverine with his. It's a Wolverine versus Hulk, and he shows his claws, and it's a reflection of the Hulk. And they actually did it in the fucking movie.
So wait, it's MCU Hulk versus which Wolverine?
Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
Just a different.
Most of them are
Wolverine.
different variants.
Okay, just okay, gotcha.
It's different
okay.
worlds.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
different.
Okay.
Variants of
And
Wolverine.
The other one was basically him crucified on a.
Oh my
X
god!
In
With
like a
fucking
skull, a sea of skulls.
Sea of Skulls. It's from another comic book cover.
There's a lot of like.
So much
what is
fan
it?
service.
Yeah,
I feel like
just-
we're gonna literally just talk about all those variants for the next 20 minutes.
It's cool.
And then he finally stumbles. So he gets fucking the shit beat out of him by the Hulk, like immediately, like just smacked. And then he goes into another universe. They did eye patch undercover Wolverine, which was sick.
Oh wow.
Still Hugh Jackman.
Right.
Yeah, these are all Hugh Jackman
Okay.
besides the Henry Cavill.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll let you know if it's anybody else. But yeah, the Henry Cavill thing was fucking.
Yeah, that's cool as fuck.
I was wet. I was soaked.
And then it's like, are we hinting or are we just?
No,
are we
it's
just having fun.
They're just having fun.
They're
Sure.
pulling out everything to not. I
It-
wouldn't say just to like get you to fucking see it. It was just kind of like,
They
hey,
just
like
had a
we're
good-
doing this. We're
yeah.
having fun with it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it because they just want us to enjoy it. That's how
Yeah.
I feel like every Marvel movie should be.
Yeah,
Right.
we just want you to enjoy it. We, turn your, sometime if you got a deep fucking thing to say in a movie and you want to do it in a Marvel movie, cool, and hopefully that lands. But like, sometimes we just want to turn our fucking brain off.
That's how I felt about this movie.
Yeah.
I went full shill, dude. I was like,
fuck,
Which for
yes!
Hans is not a
No,
common thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
felt
not common.
so stupid in the theater after I did all my like.
Yeah,
I looked at my lady and I'm like, babe, this is so
Henry.
cool.
I kept turning next to RJ when we were in the theater. I kept like,
Just
Like
sucking-
howling.
With the
sucking
hand
that-
motion too.
That Disney dick, dude, with the fucking pomegranate
yeah.
or the grapefruit.
Yeah, the grapefruit. Anywho, then he finally stumbles upon actual Wolverine, and then they get zapped because the guy wants to destroy Deadpool's universe and bring him into the sacred timeline, but he doesn't want to lose his family, his friends, and stuff. And then the next cameo, you think, because it does look like it at first. I mean, it is. It's Chris Evans. You think
Okay.
it's Cap, and then he's like, oh my god, he's gonna say it. And then Deadpool's like, Avengers? And then he says, flame on! And he fucking turns into the Human Torch.
Oh my god.
It was beautiful. Dude, honestly, looked fucking great, too. And Chris Evans was awesome, but he got immediately turned out by Pyro.
Yeah, the guy
Pyro
from
just
OG.
immediately
He's
just
all
fucking
old.
took his heat, and he crash landed fucking...
So you get a brief little taste for a
comedically.
second, and then
I mean,
yeah. Well, you thought he
Flaming.
fucking died, and then they get captured, and then he's still alive, telling them about Cassandra Nova, which I actually liked her. I thought she was dope. I thought her powers were fucking sick. I loved the effect when she would go into their fucking minds, just fingering their fucking head.
I turned my
Like, it was
brain
such a
off.
cool-
I just watched the movie.
I liked her character.
It's Xavier's sister,
right,
yeah.
right.
but she's all right to me. She's
And
okay.
they basically just had a bunch of the old X-Men villains from Last Stand.
Toad,
Oh,
Toad,
nice.
fucking-
Sabretooth.
The girl with the
I
talent.
was
Talent.
gonna say, how often does Sabretooth show up in this bitch?
For fucking after Chris Evans gets the heat sucked off of him, Sabretooth fucking
They do like a samurai style like clash.
yeah.
Oh, that's
And he just
cool.
chops
He chops his fucking dome piece
Okay.
off,
That's
and they do a little Furiosa bit.
So we get him
Yeah.
for a second.
Yeah,
It's but yeah, but I mean, and then they just go through the story beats. They're on like a road trip. It's
it's
basically like a road trip.
movie. Yeah,
That's cool.
The fights, but actually there was a fight before they got caught up with the Human Torch and all those people with Deadpool and Wolverine. All the fights with Deadpool and Wolverine, beautiful. I couldn't have asked for anything more. He was fighting with adamantium.
Sounds like you said
swords.
Italian Ant-Man.
Adamantium swords against Wolverine. Beautiful. And then the car fight. The Honda Odyssey fight, where they're fighting inside of a Honda Odyssey. Dude, like, you can't make this fucking shit up. It was... I know I'm sucking the dick of Marvel right now, and I hate it so much. But goddamn, they put out a fucking banger.
Well, I mean,
turn your brain off and watch it.
There's nothing wrong with Marvel putting out a banger. Like, when Marvel does good shit, they do good shit. I just don't like 98% of the shit Marvel does.
And this is the 2% that I think you will
but this is
love.
my kind of thing. I like road trip movies in general. I like shit that's, kind of turn your brain off and watch sometimes. And just based off what you told me about the cameos, that's enough for me to be
there's
like,
more.
There's
well,
more.
don't tell me all of them.
You're gonna watch
just
it.
based off those,
Cool.
I want to go see it.
We're done.
Cool, we'll go watch it after this.
We're done with Deadpool. Homeboy.
Cool. I just mimed to James that he's gonna fucking see it with me, or
I'm gonna go see it with Sam.
I'm gonna
probably.
put you motherfucker.
Her and Stormy wanna see it.
Anyways, so into our next segment.
I told them they'd go fuck themselves and go see it with each other, but I guess I'm just gonna go see it now too.
Jesus.
Cameos are enough for so ratings.
Oh, 9.
Oh, 9.
Both
9.
Both.
9.5.
Wow.
I'm going 9.
All right. God damn.
I gotta give it a little bit better than his because I'm.
Right, you're a little bit more
Disney
fan.
Wiener sucker.
I fucking love Disney.
Helmet on and everything.
Never mind.
I gotta get the little special pass when I go.
have to contain myself, kids.
I drool when
There's
I
so
walk
much I
around
want to
Disneyland.
say, and I just
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, hold it in, buddy.
So,
Terrifier 3 trailer came out. Sorry, very big change up.
Wait, no, let's go into superhero burnout first. Kind
Yeah.
of bridge it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm burnt out.
Yeah,
This is
I've
only Marvel-
been burnt for a fucking, 10 goddamn years. The reason that I did not want to go see this was not because this didn't look good. It's because I don't give a fuck anymore. They milked, you can call it good storytelling if you want. You milked the fuck out of it, Disney. Suck my dick.
God
he
damn.
sounds,
And
he
not-
sounds like that scene where he's telling 20th Century to Fox the
Not
fuck
only
off.
did you ruin Marvel for me, which I already didn't like. So when I was 7, I was like Capcom versus Marvel. Capcom every time. But I had my favorites. I like Spider-Man. I like the extension of Spider-Man, like the symbiote series.
My brother in Christ, you had the whole black suit from Spider-Man 3.
I adore the Spider-Man series.
At
I adore the
18 or
symbiote.
19?
No, I was 16. I was in high school still, you goofus.
Damn, bro.
Just skater days, my God. I love the Spider-Man series, and I love a lot of the things that are attached to it, a lot of the extensions of that universe. I wish we would do more with that, like hybrid Scream Riot symbiotes, as opposed to just...
You didn't like Venom?
No.
There Will Be Carnage?
They really
I'm sorry,
fucked
Venom's
that whole
ass.
thing for me.
How do you make a Venom movie?
Without
And then
Spider-Man.
fuck it up
With
when you
no
have so
rated R?
much lore.
Bro, it makes no sense.
And Riot didn't look like Riot. He just looked like slightly lighter Venom. Riot's supposed to be all big and purple and fucked up looking, and he was lighter Venom with kind of reddish veins.
Sony.
And wasn't even really a villain. He kind of showed. It was so stupid.
What a
Sony.
waste of Tom Hardy.
What a waste of fucking everything. But it's Marvel fucked up, not just Marvel for me, but I mean DC fucked up DC for me too, just because what the fuck for a long time. But just too much. Too fucking
You know what's sad?
much.
And I know how we love, Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
He directed.
He fucked that second. I love
Yeah,
Andy
that
Serkis.
was
He
bad.
ruined Venom too. That shit was some of the most steaming pile of shit I
Yeah.
have ever seen in every aspect. Storytelling, carnage, the violence, and then again, spoilers. It's been out for a couple of years now, but spoilers. Then you fucking kill off not just Cletus Cassidy, but also the Carnage symbiote. There's no possibility of anything surviving. Nope, just the villain people have been waiting for. You bastardize it, fuck it up, and then send it on its way.
Yeah.
Just the most garbage.
You gotta love it. Everything that,
Oh, you gotta love it.
everything we love. I'm quoting Red Letter, but everything we love that we grew up with our childhoods is dying.
Yeah, fuck that corpse.
They've just performed horrible necrophilia on everything we love.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. I've not been having a good time.
No,
Besides this last time that I saw a Marvel movie, which was Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, and I really liked Spider-Man, whatever the fuck, Home.
No Way Home.
No Way Home. I thought
Home
that
3.
Yeah, Home 3. Even though it really relied heavily on nostalgia, it did it, I think, in a way that was mostly tasteful.
Oh,
and
yes, give me more of my old characters that I really love.
But Defoe was fucking great, and he did play that Goblin a little differently this time. There was a little bit more of a split personality thing, was a little more explored, a little more in-depth. I really liked that. I think there were some missed opportunities. I think there were some villains we could have brought in. I think Dane DeHaan's Green Goblin would have been very cool to bring in as opposed to Jamie Foxx's Electro. I love Jamie Foxx. Mm-hmm. I don't love his Electro. I think 2 Goblins would have been horrifying, especially with as crazy as fucking DeHaan's Goblin was, and then as batshit as Defoe's Goblin was in this movie. Like, if you had those 2, like, doing Ring Around the Rosies on their gliders and shit, like, just...
Dude, I think 2 Goblins... I think 2 Goblins would have actually murdered all the Spider-Man.
Yeah, it would have been insane. And in the comics, you get that a lot. You'll have Hobgoblin and Green Goblin showing up. You'll have a lot of variants of different goblins showing up, and that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
But... yeah, it's just, you know, like, there's always going to be those exceptions where, like, a movie comes out and it's fucking rad. But when it comes to most superhero movies, 99% of the time now, I just don't care. And it sucks because it's like, I knew that Deadpool and Wolverine looked good just from the trailers. I was, like, sick. Like, it's nothing against that movie at all. Like, I watched it and went, this looks enjoyable. I'll watch it at some point. But I cannot bring myself to give a shit enough for the most part to go sit down in a theater and be like, I'm going to watch a superhero movie. But this sounds like it's maybe a little bit, it's a superhero movie, but it's also something else, which I think sounds fun.
And luckily, this is the only Marvel movie that's coming out this year.
Is it?
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like they kind of got to go back to that. Like, it's actually the only Marvel media that's coming out this year.
Well, it used to be an event. That's the thing, is it used to be an event. And then it became so normalized that, like, yeah, people would talk about it, but no one was really excited.
Yeah.
It was just talked about, where it's like when you make it an event, it's like with bands. When the same band tours the fucking same tour circuit 10 times over in 2 years, you're excited the first 2 times, and then, I'll catch them next time. Mm-hmm. Oh, cool, they're coming back again. Like, you have to kind of pull back a little bit. And I think, yeah, you're not going to get fucking a paycheck every month, but the paychecks you are going to get are going to be huge, because it's an event and everyone turns up for it. And then you kind of help heal the burnout that way too. And I think, you know, everything can always get put back on track. You just gotta actually mean what you're doing, which I think a lot of these companies don't. They just want the paycheck. And something like this sounds like they knew exactly what they were doing, and they actually have a fucking deep love for what they're doing and what they're referencing and what they're teasing. And I love that. So,
you need to see it. You see it?
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, try to see it today. Go to Morgan Hill.
Well, I'm going to see what Sam and Stormy both want to see it, and I told them they could go watch it themselves, but when they're done with whatever they're doing, maybe we'll go see it tonight, because we have the 2 free
All right,
tickets
we'll go see it with you, James. It's okay.
Yeah,
we'll go see it again.
I want some theater dome.
Jeez.
Oh, we'll slop you up.
Volunteer Hayden.
Where are you 2 at on superhero burnout?
You go.
I fucking hate all superhero stuff right now.
Right.
Even like even DC shit. I don't give a fuck about James Gunn's whole universe either.
Nope.
Yeah.
It doesn't even seem remotely interesting. From the screenshots I've seen of Superman, not a single bone in my body is itching to see it. But I don't know. I mean, if there's more movies like Deadpool and Wolverine, I'll probably go see them. Like, if they did a fucking Blade movie with it being Blade, like how 1 and 2 were, well, and 3 as well, but 3's not that great.
No.
Trinity, right?
No, it's...
Yeah, Trinity. I'm not going to say anything. It was just... I think they got a really good actor to play Blade, and I think Marshall Ali... He's not out. He's not out.
I thought he walked away from it. It's
been
4 years.
He said he's just waiting.
Fuck that.
He's waiting for them to... Dude, honestly... They really fucked up because Mia Goth's still attached to it. I mean, they just keep losing directors. And how hard is it to fucking write a fucking Vampire Slayer movie I don't understand it. I just
From
don't
what I heard,
understand
he's
how
not
fucking
even,
hard it is.
I don't know how true the script is from what I've looked up, but apparently it's supposed to be a torch passing. It's supposed to pass the torch on to his daughter or some shit, and he's supposed to be just like in the background. Yeah, that's what I've seen.
What the fuck? They haven't even fucking introduced the fuck yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
A lot of these movies that have been coming out in the past couple of years have been torch passing to start new Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And Namor obviously is a part of it. Kate Bishop's a part of it.
I heard Namor actually the actor might get dropped because he has like allegations of beating the shit out of a woman too, which is fucking awful.
How goddamn hard is it to not beat women
I
being bad
truly
people.
don't
and have
understand
sex
that.
with minors?
Right. It's apparently very difficult for a lot of these fucking people.
Dude, I don't get it.
I don't get how.
Shouts out Ricky Gervais for calling these fucks out years ago.
Yeah.
True.
Facts. Gotta love that man.
Anyways, yeah, for me, I go and see it, like, for sure. I'll go and see it once. I try to give it a chance, but don't get me wrong, dude. Like, I'm going to each fucking movie, right? You guys know that. You guys know I go to each one.
He does.
I'm fucking tired.
No cap.
This is the first time in a long time where I was just fucking starstruck by everything in that movie. It's fan service to the fucking T. And that has probably been, don't get me wrong, some things looked a little weird. There were some parts that looked
are you
fucking
burnt out?
weird. I am, for the most part. But this kind of reignited a little something in me.
It should never feel like a chore to go watch a movie. If it feels like
You're
a chore,
absolutely right.
something's really fucked up.
And that's why we're doing this podcast, because we love the movies. We love going to the movies. We love seeing film and television, and have a deep appreciation for it. And yeah, superhero movies have just been a fucking drag lately. But this reignited me a little bit. I don't know about each of you guys.
No.
I really hope you see it.
Yeah.
Because it was just a really beautiful send-off to 20th Century Fox, I think, even though they don't fucking deserve it, because they're just money hungry. They're almost as bad as Sony.
Mm-hmm.
I will say they did have some fucking bangers with Days of Future Past and First Class, X-Men First Class, both favorite X-Men movies, maybe besides X2. But I'm just a diehard Wolverine fan. I'm a diehard Hugh Jackman fan.
You want to be Hugh Jackman's play toy, huh?
I would love to be, if they do a young Wolverine or if they do his son, I would go to acting school. No.
I'm saying like Hugh Jackman's plaything, not Wolverine's son. I'm saying like his little boy
if
toy.
it secured me a spot as his son in the movies, $20 is $20.
Glug, glug.
Yeah. All right. Now, back to the horror
genre.
Terrifier 3. Trailer dropped. Teaser. Sorry.
Yep.
Jameson?
That was dark, which I think when Damien Leone said, hey, we're kind of going back to the vibe of the first film in this one, a little darker, which is so funny because, like, Terrifier 2 should not be considered funny, but, like, it is. Like the problem with art, I think, it's not a problem, but it kind of is a problem, is, like, he's so off the wall and so goofy, and he's doing these horrendous things, but he's still somewhat likable. Like he shouldn't be, because he's probably the most, like, foul villain there's ever been on screen. But, like, that last one was so violent and so nasty, and yet it was a little less dark and gritty than the first one. And this one, he said they wanted to go back to that darker tone, a little more of, like, that grindhousey tone, which even the trailer kind of had, like, with the title card and the music. And it's only about a minute long, and it's a lot of quick flashes, but they don't show too much, and it looks fucking nasty, and it does look dark. Like, even shots of Art laughing and, like, kind of being like goofy Art come across really differently in that trailer.
Yeah.
It's nothing necessarily different in what he's doing, but it comes across as, like, more unhinged. And there's some shit in this one. I know that when I read Sienna, the main girl, she's been in and out of mental institutions since
Shut the fuck
since
up.
the second one, which is, I mean, after what the
Is
character
that the
went
main girl?
through. Yeah. Fair. Not the real actress, but the character.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're talking about the story.
Yes.
My
So
bad.
from what we know so far, she's been in and out of mental institutions after that second movie, which is fair.
Yeah.
And I think her and her brother are living with or staying with her aunt and uncle.
So you know they're dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's gonna.
There's
be
not going to be a
nasty.
single soul that lives in that movie.
And I know that. And again, maybe spoilers if you want to know nothing about this, but the end of Terrifier 2 when Art's head gets birthed, basically he gets reconstructed at the beginning of this movie piece by piece. So
you're expecting
I don't know what that means.
gallons of blood and just the most nastiest shit.
I guess they just said it's really nasty. Like they said, his reconstruction's fucking gross.
I don't know how much nastier you can get than the second.
Apparently, this has the worst kill of the series.
What?
Yep.
I'm gonna say something here.
All right. Gratuitous
much
violence is terrible.
No, I don't really like movies like that.
Really?
I don't get me wrong. I dug those Terrifier movies. Like I thought they were cool for what they're trying to do, and I think Art the Clown is becoming a staple almost very quickly, and it's almost becoming as big as like Ghostface or Michael Myers or
shock value.
You know, and but that's what I'm saying. It is just shock value. But the way they do their violence and the way they do their kills is very creative. They do such a creative job.
I think there's shock value in it, but like there's a very in-depth story being told with this. And it's one of those things where you kind of have to watch for things like, and things are also sort of said, but they're kind of like said to kind of raise eyebrows, and then you'll see a newspaper clipping on about the carnival that was in town 100 years ago, and then it's got a picture of the little girl, then you see the little girl now, and she's like this undead spirit helper or whatever. She's like, there's something else that's kind of being told. I don't think they're just gore films for gore's sake. I just think that, one, horror got bland. Two, people got really sick and tired of just jump scare films.
Blumhouse.
I know I did. I want some...
Still gotta make our top 50 Blumhouse dog shit
fuck-ups.
movies.
Yeah. I want something that's dark and fucked up and pushes the envelope a little bit. I want Terrifier to keep getting more fucked up. I don't want to be, well, that was about as far as I want to go. I don't want to touch down on that one again. Like, no, I want you to fucking push the limits because I'm very sick and tired of shit that doesn't push the limits. That's why Martyrs is such a good movie, because Martyrs said like, yeah, no, fuck you.
I still can't.
And
watch
Martyrs
that.
still like, it's one of those movies where it's got a story, but the story is same kind of thing. It's sort of hinted at and touched on, and then you kind of get it at the end what the whole thing was supposed to be, and then it all makes a little bit more sense. That's how I feel about Terrifier. Like, and he said, we're building out Art's story, and you also don't want to give too much away with Art, because he is so fucking cool, and he is so like, you don't want to be, well, he was this guy, and then this happened, and then you don't want to give the whole thing, but you want to give touches, and I think so far they've been really good at hinting at things. You can kind of start piecing some stuff together. I think this is the film, from what he said, where we're going to get a little bit more like a solid basis for like what's kind of happening here. But I don't ever want everything to be given away either. I want things to be, still left up to the imagination. That being said, if I go see a Terrifier movie and it's not fucked up, then they fucked up. Then I don't want to see the movie.
Yeah, then it's just gonna be commercialized. And like, don't get me wrong, I do like what they're doing. It's just that. Like, for example, Rob Zombie movies feel like they're violent to be violent. Not violent to be violent, but just nasty to, I don't know. I don't like.
I think certain things Rob
some things
throws
just rub
in.
me a wrong way.
There's certain things he doesn't need to throw into his movies.
Yeah.
There's certain phrases and events that he likes to throw in that, if they serve the movie, that's one thing. And like also kids, this is horror. Like, horror's not supposed to be. Horror's supposed to make you go ill. Like, I hate when animals die in horror movies, but it's a horror movie. Like, it's supposed to make me go, I hated that. Like, I felt icky watching that.
Yeah.
Outside of, like, snuff shit, I don't really have a limit on what I do or don't want to see in fantasy horror, because it's not real. No one's going to go committing atrocities because they went and watched fucking Scream 20. Like, you know, like, it's supposed to be fucked up. It's like going to an action movie and then having, like, half action, half fucking Hallmark drama.
Mm-hmm.
No, I want a fucking action movie.
Yeah.
And Terrifier, for me, gives me what I want out of a slasher film. Yeah. But I get what you're saying about Rob Zombie, because I have the same issue with Rob. I also think that lately Rob kind of does this thing where more of his later films where he tries to get too artsy. He's not the guy.
Fell off, man.
Yeah, he's not the guy to get super, like, Lords of Salem. I know everyone hates Halloween 2. I fucking love his Halloween 2. Lords of Salem was the first time where I went, ooh, we had a really cool idea and we just botched the fuck out of it. Like, that was like,
we were excited to see it.
Yeah,
I didn't see it, and then you saw it.
I was so sad.
You told us not to watch it.
It's just the most boring, bland. He's just not that guy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing, is like, he's not the guy to get artsy, and like Damien Leone isn't the guy to get artsy, but he's the guy to get fucking nasty and violent, and he does it well.
You're right. I think that, it's those movies aren't my cup of tea. I still want to go see it.
Yep.
But yeah, those aren't my kind of horror movies personally. But to get into another topic, Violent Nature 2.
Whew.
Yeah, but Violent Nature's getting a sequel.
Mm-hmm. We talked about this last time, too.
Milwaukee, yeah, I know. We're going to get more walking in the woods, beautiful scenery. Honestly,
Maybe.
no, I think we're going to get a fucking slasher. I think we might actually get a slasher.
Well, what do you guys want out of a second film with him?
I don't want one.
Dude, honestly, that's what we said last time. We were just
I truly don't.
Yeah.
It's a one-hit wonder.
Just
fucking
one and done.
But if it's going to happen. So if it's going to happen, do you want it to follow the same type of formula with The Walking? Would you rather it be more of like a true slasher?
You can't.
I don't want it to be a true slasher.
Combination of the two. Like, okay, we can do The Walking, but we're going to really minimize it.
That's what I'm saying. It's a one-hit wonder. You can't. I don't want to
go and replicate it or sequel it.
I don't want to see the same movie again, because, and plus, I just don't want to see that movie again.
Right.
Like, just it being itself is good, because nothing else has done that. Everything else, does their same formula. That one did it completely different. Leave it. Don't do two. Do a completely different film.
Take or something.
No, just a different film.
Genre.
I don't want to fucking see a dude walking through the woods again.
We're gonna put him in Manhattan, dude. Do Friday the 13th
Part
8.
That'd actually that'd be kind of cool. I honestly, what I think they could do is do like a prequel with the Tommy Jarvis character from that first movie.
Oh,
with
the
that
Ranger.
whole story that happened before. They could do that. I think they can still do that walking and make beautiful scenery. Just minimize it a little, cut it down just a little bit, and then just up the kills.
Well, I mean
that's what every other horror sequel does. But just somehow make it good.
I wanted it to be, I wanted it to be a little bit meaner. I wanted more of a Terrifier. Like, when the kills happened, I wanted to be a little more Terrifier-y.
You didn't enjoy the hook going through her chest?
No, I did. But I know they're on a budget, too, but, I just wanted some meaner shit.
You know what kill I really did like was the guy who went to go listen to the music in the woods.
Oh, like the very first one?
The very first, dude, I thought that
the second one.
It was like the second one. I thought that was sick, and then he just dragged his fucking body.
It was the first on-screen one.
Yeah. And then he just dragged his body all the way out to that fucking, what was it, the ranger station?
Yeah, and then he kind of
threw it through the fucking, I thought it was cool.
He kind of holed up there for the rest of the movie. That was like, he's kind of like his base. I just hope they listen to some of the feedback, and don't cuck it and make it super, overly normalized. It's going to happen. So it's like, if it's going to happen, look, don't make it overly normalized, but we can definitely cut back on some of the walking. And also, something we didn't touch on last time that I thought was the worst aspect of that movie was the voiceovers. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Worse than fucking video game voiceovers. Like not just in the way they were mixed into the sound, but the delivery from the actors and actresses was god awful. And I hope that if we do that kind of thing again where he's listening to people, we mix the sound design a little bit more, and we get some better people for that, because holy shit, that was atrocious. That was 5 minutes in, and I was like, ooh, this is, we'll see.
I don't think a sequel should be done To be honest with you,
Nope,
I'm the dude that hates everything.
Yeah,
True.
it's okay. We know you hate everything.
If I'm forced to go see the movie, then I will. But I did like the first one. But
so, James, would you classify that as elevated horror?
I think it kind of touches on it, and this is the thing. Into the next topic, what the fuck is elevated horror?
Do you feel like Rob Zombie tried doing elevated horror in
Lords of Salem?
Lords of Salem?
Like, he's like the earliest dude. Like Rob Zombie's the one that started elevated
this
horror.
Is elevated horror, baby.
I think he went over his head with that one.
Yeah.
This one definitely to me is a little bit. I'd say it's. I don't know because I look at something like Midsommar or what's the one that everyone loves that I hate?
Hereditary.
Is
Is that even elevated horror though?
I would consider. I think it touches into that sort of territory. I would definitely, and I was going to say this about Longlegs too. Like that was one of my questions today for you guys. Was do you think Longlegs kind of touched into that territory of elevated horror?
No.
Like, what is it?
What would be your definition of elevated
That's
horror?
the thing. Like, what is elevated? Because it's one of those things where everyone knows what you're talking about the moment you say it, but no one really ever has like a super perfect description for it. Like everyone knows what it is, but like when you're asked to describe it, it's like artsy. Yeah, but there's a lot of artsy horror movies that I would not consider elevated.
Yeah.
Slow burn, yeah, but that doesn't mean elevated because slow burn is slow burn. I think A24, everyone can agree, does a lot of elevated horror.
Oh, I guess you can consider The Witch elevated horror.
1,000%.
So I was gonna say Ari Aster.
Yep. Yeah, the
Well,
Witch.
that's
Aster
not
shit.
Ari Aster.
Which it's
Witch?
Hereditary, it's Midsummer.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would
Lighthouse.
consider. I would consider. Oh yeah, The Lighthouse for sure.
Yeah.
So Ari Aster and
A24.
no, what's the fucking guy's name who did The Witch and did The Lighthouse and
What was the guy's name that did the
he's
Witch?
doing Nosferatu.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm forgetting his fucking name.
Which looks a lot more eventful.
Dude,
Than The
Nosferatu looks fucking
Hans and I liked The Witch.
sick.
Everyone else hated it when we went and saw it, but Hans and I liked it
Because
off the bat.
you know why? Because it got overhyped.
Oh, Robert Edgers.
Oh,
Robert
Eggers, yeah.
Eggers.
I would say
Eggers. It's Robert Eggers.
Whatever the fuck his name
Eggers.
is. He did The Witch and other stuff. And
So you didn't like Hereditary?
yeah, I think Hereditary for me was one of those movies that got overhyped because I didn't see it when it came out. I
That's how
saw
it was
it
for
like
Longlegs.
yeah.
That's I
I saw it
understand
like
that.
6 months after, and I was like, one, I just didn't think it was. It just did nothing for me except for the pole scene, which I thought was hilarious, and I still think that that's the best Halloween costume idea. Someone is the little girl and someone dresses up as a fucking street lamp pole. I thought that was hilarious because I wanted that bitch to die the entire movie. I was like, you're ugly. I don't
God.
I don't like looking at you. Like, she was annoying. I want to go to the party with you, big bro. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, yeah, and then he takes her to a high school party. Like, shut the fuck up. Stupid. Dumb. And then it was like, dread, thickness, dead grandma, sad, everything sad. The one scene I did think actually achieved that really well was after she gets her fucking dome taken off, and he's just in shock and goes home and lays down in bed.
Yeah.
And like that, and then you hear the mom screaming the next morning, and he's just laying there. Like, that to me,
That was beautiful.
that was what I wanted that to be for like the whole movie, and for me it wasn't. A lot of like the dread was a little try hard in that movie, but that scene I felt was like if we had more of like that when we were focusing on like the pain and like the torment. Oh my god!
I can't
And then I
believe you
thought the
said
ending was.
I can't believe you said that about the daughter, bro. She looks like that in real life.
I said what I said. It's again. It was more of the fact that she was in. I mean, she is not a looker. Like no one's gonna look and be, you're beautiful.
God.
James, just shut the fuck up at this
But
point.
listen, it was more so the fact that she was just annoying as fuck. It was like it's like the kid in what's the movie with the story Babadook. Like I fucking hated the kid in Babadook. I wanted that fucking prick to die.
Yeah, okay, I get what you mean now.
So
And that's why I hope Art kills some kids in Terrifier 3. Like
You
fuck
hope
them
he kills
kids,
the
dude.
little brother.
I hope he kills.
the little brother sucked in that movie
Dude,
too.
He fucking
He's
did.
he's tall as
Sister!
shit. He's tall as shit now.
Art's coming.
Yeah, he's like tall as shit.
He's
now,
on his
though. He's
way.
like 6'4", so he's not little anymore. He's like
What?
Yeah, he's like super tall now.
Oh.
But he's a goofy looking fuck. I want him to die too. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I wish that bitch would have died in Terrifier 2.
Oh
the
no.
the main chick.
They're
No,
killing her.
Sienna's great. The fucking brother fucking.
Now they're gonna get me.
I don't like
Oh
most
my
kids in
God.
horror movies. I very, and I will say this as clearly as possible, I want most of them kids to fucking die in horror. I want to see it.
I feel like people are so scared to kill kids in movies.
Because people are so ass-hurt about it. I saw people on the Reddit being, oh, they better not kill kids in Terrifier 3. I'm like, dude, he already killed kids in All Hallows Eve. I know it's not canon. He fucking fucked them kids up. He decapitated those sons of bitches, like pulled their eyeballs out.
Weren't they kids on the playground when he lit it up with the
there was kids and
right, in the
fucking blasted
sequence or whatever.
Like, shut the fuck up. Stop being sensitive for sensitivity's sake.
I will say, in Halloween Kills, Michael Myers killed that one kid in the skull mask.
He killed the kid in 2018 when the dad and the son are driving by the bus that's just crashed.
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh fuck, he did kill that kid.
Snapped that kid's neck.
Oh yeah.
He broke the kid's neck.
They you know, yeah, they'll like you know.
I want to do a dance, Pa.
Again,
I want to be a dancer.
If you go see a horror, that's right.
I'm sorry. Actually, one thing about Halloween Kills. The couple that owns Michael Myers' house, it was the best fucking part about that movie.
Oh, they were my Big John and Little John.
Big John and Little John.
I adored Big John and Little John.
I feel like nobody's fucking talked about them.
I
want to give both those actors their flowers. I've grown up watching McDowell from Mad TV. Look what I could do.
Incredible.
That guy fucking killed it. I love the guy because he's in that show, The Mick, with the girl from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yeah. Hilarious. And they fucking played it so well.
Yep.
I just want to give them their flowers real quick.
Yep. I thought Big John and Little John were also my favorite parts of that movie.
Those were those two Halloween movies were my
I don't care what it says. I love Halloween Kills. It's probably like top 3 favorites really of the entire series. And a big part of that's Big John and Little John. The vibe, it's very autumn.
Their vibe was lovely.
But no, like when I go see horror movies, like I don't want to see art. Like, oh, you're 8 years old. I don't want to kill you. Like, no, like that. Then you're not fucking really that scary.
You just
anymore.
want their heads to get ripped
like,
off.
So
I don't want mercy.
So to our audience, we're not elevated horror people.
No.
Your letterbox can go get fucked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of what A24 doesn't do it for me. We're also not
some of it.
I like to talk to me.
Have you seen
Talk to Me was great.
Yeah.
The hand's right there.
Yeah.
You want to talk to it?
Oh, we did. Holy shit.
Go shake it.
Have you seen Men?
Oh,
this is off topic.
God,
Have you seen Men?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Men.
No.
From Alex Garland.
So the whole premise of the movie is that men create shitty men. So like if you're a shitty dude and you give birth to a kid, or you have a kid with your wife or whatever, and you pass on your
traumas,
everything.
Yeah,
so
it's trauma.
The whole movie, okay, is just like this fucking horror. It's horrible. It's a shitty movie the entire time, and then once it gets to the end, every A24 movie has the ending where it's just absurd.
Oh, this is A24,
yeah.
Brother.
Mm-hmm.
It shows this fucking. It's a Celtic. He's like a Celtic being. This is what this thing is, and it gives birth. Legitimately, this dude gives birth. He falls on the floor and he gives birth to his asshole.
You see it like 5
times. You see his
times.
dick in his balls, and he falls on the ground, and it gives birth constantly. It's like 3 or 4, maybe 5 times.
Yeah.
And you see this, and you see the full thing. It's a CGI thing, but you see it give birth and constantly give birth. Like one comes out, then another one comes out of that one, continuously.
And they're just birthing people?
Just like these shitty men that are like womanized or whatever the fuck it is. There's a whole message behind it. It is the most hand-fed bullshit thing.
I get what they're trying to throw down. It was just not done.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're going to be pretentious, at least do it well.
It's shit, dude.
And
it was so bad.
I thought Alex Garland had the sauce for it. I will say Civil War, was it Civil War?
Yeah, that was that movie that came, the one where everyone's like trying to kill each other.
Dude, it was fucking sick.
Yeah.
I will say there's some great scenes. Did you watch it? We watched it together.
Watching that shit.
Oh.
It was such a good idea to pump that movie out right before fucking election.
Yeah, all right. We're not fucking political people.
No, I know.
We're not. We're talking about movies here. I'm saying it was fucking cool. I liked it. But yeah, it was a little weird that it came out during this time.
Yeah, not a
little
good idea.
weird. I don't know. Anyways,
I have no hope for.
We'll get political with the movies when the movies want to get political with us.
But Alex Garland,
because that's something else too. Like I don't like when movies like want to put stuff in, but you can't talk about it. Like no, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you put it out there, it's out there now. But yeah, I haven't seen Civil War just because I heard mixed things, and it's a topic that I think makes a good movie. But I Was that A24 as well?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
And
Interesting.
And the thing is, there's kind of an A24 ending to it. Not like Men, but it's like a dreamy kind of like...
I'm good.
Like, somebody didn't need to die. Like, it was very dumb. Like, you're just like, what the fuck? Combat was really cool. I loved all those scenes. Like, it felt like you were really watching, like, a war journalist and doing, like, if this were to actually happen. It was cool as fuck. I liked it for the most part. I'd give it a solid 8.
Cool.
But there is one other thing that I wanted to say. It was the last thing I wanted to say, but then you guys just went off topic.
Was it about A24?
No, it wasn't about A24. Forget it.
Was it in the notes?
No. We got through all the notes. We did.
Was it about Halloween?
Wasn't about Halloween. It was about something else. It was when we were talking about Halloween, and I was going to segue off to something else.
Just to
you
reiterate,
guys just fucked up my whole fucking mind right now.
Big John and Little John were awesome.
Love Big John, Little John. I need to give them their flowers.
Also, two characters whose deaths really bothered me in that movie because I liked both of them so much, and I didn't want to like everyone in Halloween Kills. Like, I just want some people to die for dying's sake. But those were two that when they went, I was like, God damn. And also how he positioned them holding each other, I thought was really I love that David Gordon Green series. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed out about his Exorcist. We could do a whole episode on that. What's his name is coming in to do the next,
the new one, right? Because they're resetting it. It's not even a sequel now. They're resetting it completely.
Because I love that fucking director.
That was possibly. We're not talking about this in this episode because it's a whole thing. But that was possibly the only time I've ever felt like I actually wasted time watching a movie where I was like, I just wasted an hour and a half of my life that I will never get back. The David Gordon Green Exorcist. It was just.
Sorry, so I'm going to bring up Alien Romulus because I think shit's going to be tight. Fuck the trailers. They keep spoiling characters' deaths.
I only watched that one, that's it.
I hate how trailers are just spoiling the fucking movies now.
One thing that Longlegs did really well was not do that.
Learn how to market your fucking movies.
Yeah, you gotta stop.
Billions of marketing majors.
Blumhouse does that shit
Christ.
too. Every once in a while when they do put out a good movie nowadays, they ruin it with fucking trailers.
Exactly.
Stop fucking doing that shit. The Crow, if you've seen The Crow trailer, you've seen that fucking movie.
Yeah.
In sequential order.
And we're still going to watch it.
Literally.
Hans, you have a look of someone who's not looking forward to Alien Romulus.
Really?
No.
Do you like Alien in general?
Do I like Alien? Alien 2 is hands down the best movie ever made. James Cameron. Love you.
Kisses.
Dude. I love fucking Fede Alvarez, or whatever the fuck you say his name.
Fiddy.
Many men wish evil dead upon me.
Evil Dead, that remake in 2013.
Dude, that movie had the fucking sauce.
Oh, yeah.
For sure bricked up that entire time.
Yep.
That was...
Seen that in theaters?
fucking dope.
Seeing that in theaters at the age of 15 was...
That's actually how you subvert expectations.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, back to Alien. Yeah. Romulus, no.
No?
It feels like, I understand the story's different. They're doing something different. It just feels like a fucking rehashing of Sigourney
Weaver. Hear me out. I think it's kind of cool the route they're going because it's basically kind of a heist movie where they're going in to take all this equipment and sell it. They're just a bunch of broke fucking squashbucklers, essentially, pirates. And that's not what the first movie was about. They were going to check in on this.
No, I get that. But shot for shot, all the shots look just like OG shit where she's fighting the alien at the end. No one's going to survive because in the trailer, when I went to go see Deadpool, showed the trailer.
Was it a new
I saw
trailer?
2 people fucking die.
Two
people. There's only 6 people in the movie.
Yeah,
you got to fucking stop at that shit, man.
You either give me 10 people that are going to die, or you don't show me deaths at all. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see half the cast dead in the trailer.
Right.
What am I going to look forward to?
Yep.
The story? There's no fucking... You go to see the... you see the cosmetics of everything. You see them make, the alien and shit. You want to see all the cool shit that they do practically. And then the deaths. What the fuck, dude?
I think...
Stupid.
what's really doing it for me is a lot of it is practical, and that's really fucking doing it for me. Especially seeing the little fucking face huggers crawling around. They're fucking actually real.
Throwing that guy was nuts.
That's what's exciting to me is how aggressive the aliens look in this movie. Like the face huggers in this one, like in the other ones, it was kind of like they were sneaky on, especially in Alien 1. They're a little more sneaky. Everyone's like, what's going on? And they put the person on the table. And like in this one, they're like,
we're here to fuck your throat.
Yeah. Like it's a lot more aggressive and nasty and like mean. And I like that. But so between Alien and Predator, I'm a far bigger Predator fan. The Alien movies are always, this depends on the Alien movie. And I like the Predator movies are mainly ass.
What'd you think of Prey?
I haven't seen it in the American one. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, it's good.
It's on
Hulu.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I liked it when I first saw it. I can see how
I love the idea of it so much.
Well, and this is the issue. God damn, dude, we're fucking jumping everywhere.
We're an hour.
But this is how it is when we talk. So
the issue I have with, because they're doing a sequel.
Directly
are they going?
To that
are they
one?
Go elsewhere? Give me a samurai. Everyone wants Japan. Give me Japanese. I want samurai fighting predators. Why aren't you doing that?
We got a little glimpse of that in, what's his name? Robert Rodriguez's Predators.
Yeah.
With the Yakuza guy. Yep. And that was the rawest fucking shit I saw when I was about 14 years old.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Maul scene.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever little cartoon. Forget the name of it. It had
Clone
that
Wars?
fucking... It's not Clone Wars.
Oh,
it was the one with Ezra.
Rebels?
Yeah.
Is it Rebels?
Rebels, yeah.
Okay. But it reminded me of that where it's like
that honor, very like honor fast, yeah.
Which is cool.
Like
so why would you go and do the same fucking thing with the same character?
Yeah.
Stupid.
That's gonna be
Go like.
Dude, start hitting like all the different like.
Well, you heard that they're doing. There's two. There's gonna be 2 new Predator movies. One that takes place like in the future, like Predator 2 did. And,
cool.
Which I think will be pretty tight. I think that might actually be really fun if they kind of explore. Because that was that Predator 2 was weird because it was like distant future set, like, you know, it was made in the 80s, but their interpretation of it was. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is fucking like, almost reminded me of RoboCop type shit. Like how that
very
future
much
was.
So. Yeah.
Talking about with Danny.
Yeah, Danny Glover.
Also very dirty.
Yes,
feeling.
dirty
Sweaty.
too. And I'm looking forward to seeing that director make that, but I know he is sequeling the Prey.
Okay,
as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, I truly don't give a shit because they always want to. Because that movie was successful, it did well.
Yeah, I've heard
but they
really
want to
good
milk
things
it
about it too.
It's always the milking. That's when you drain the fucking franchise.
Yeah.
Drain the dick.
He shut the dick and drain the balls. But it's just like, dude, fucking make it. You have the idea. People have been begging you to make something where you just go timeline. Okay, cool. We did Native American. Sick. That was dope. Do Japanese.
Samurais,
Yeah, do different timelines. It'd be really fucking sick.
Like fucking pirates or something. I don't know. Just something cool. Like, you guys are just... Why? I don't give a fuck about seeing that chick again.
Somalian pirates.
Oh my god, dude. That'd be fucking ridiculous.
That'd be fucked.
Yeah,
like modern day Somalian pirates.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god! Could you imagine some shit like that? They're at sea.
Awesome.
They have like a boat that or like a spaceship that works in water. It's like almost like a submarine. They're just fucking killing everybody.
It'd be insane,
dude. That'd be fucking wild. And like it would be the main character would be like one of the Somalian pirates who's trying to just work for his family and get And then I don't know.
Don't give him ideas.
Movie studios.
Sorry, I don't listen to me.
Hire us.
I just watched Big.
We
Fat
have
Liar
better
last
night.
Oh, you did?
And you just and he steals this Paul Giamatti.
He steals the script or the fucking story.
That's what's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
You have Alex Garland show up and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a Prey too."
Shut
Somalia.
up, I fucking hate. Ah, man, Alex Garland had the sauce.
I lost that man. He was up there on like my
favorites. Men really. I remember seeing that in theaters with Abel, and we were both just like watching that birth scene, and it just was
I would have walked out.
Fuck.
I would walk the fuck out.
Well, it just kept happening. We were just waiting for something else to happen, and then,
as soon as he popped out the third one, I turned it off.
I don't know. It was just so funny because that's all that happens. Then she has a conversation with her dead husband, and she's like, "Oh, my trauma's resolved."
It's trash. A24's got some hit or miss, but it's been missing. For me,
Love Lies Bleeding was fucking sick.
I don't trust you.
Don't care if you don't.
I don't think either of us trust you.
I thought it was sick. I love seeing buff women.
Muscle mommies.
Muscle mommies.
Aiden's the guy that goes and licks the workout bench once they get up.
Oh,
24-hour fitness. Please don't check your cameras. No, dude, it was actually a fucking dope movie.
Kristen Stewart, right?
Yeah, Kristen Stewart and
I don't give a fuck.
the actor from the Star Wars from, was it Obi-Wan?
Ooh.
Fuck. Bitch, muscle mommy all the way.
Ooh.
I'm forgetting her name.
Sounds like something
short hair.
Don't care about.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. I like her. She's a good
That's
actress.
an A24?
A24 because there were aspects of it, but it was more so just to visualize
psychedelic bullshit.
a little bit, but it was more so about her taking steroids and just basically... Well, no, because Kristen Stewart gave her steroids in the movie, so her getting physically bigger, like that effect, is just how she felt in her mind. Bro, she like kills this one dude, breaks his fucking jaw. Like, it's gross. It's nasty. Like, it was a cool movie. I dug it. You guys can watch it if you want, but yeah. Anyways, closing statements.
Was there anything else? Or was that it?
I think
that's it.
we pushed it a little bit over.
That's okay.
We're doing an hour
can
10.
deal with it. You can cut out the one part.
I have to edit this now.
You got an hour. And then we got to go, we got to take a little set photos. Just a little background photos. Relax. I just want to take some pictures.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. I appreciate everybody who listens to us. I think maybe next week we're going to try and get a guest on, a fourth person to talk with us.
Who's that?
We'll figure it out. I have a couple people in mind.
Who?
James Cameron, for one.
I was thinking...
I would. I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Yeah. You have to deal with
I like
a lot
that
of
movie,
bullshit.
but I don't like...
You don't like James Cameron?
I ain't no Avatar tar. All right? I ain't Avatared. I said it. I don't care.
Jesus. Okay.
I don't like Avatar. Like, it's beautiful,
Yeah, same.
but James Cameron spent 20 fucking years trying to build a
He
universe.
could have made so many other movies, dude. Like,
Where's my Alien 3?
Oh, it
Alien
exists.
3. Not.
Just,
I'm saying with James Cameron on it.
Anyways, I was thinking we can edit this part out, but I was thinking either Alex or Alejandro. Alex or maybe your fiance.
She doesn't want to do this at all.
Too bad.
You're just going to walk in there and fucking tell her?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell her right now.
Next time you do that, I'm going to have my gun out. Pop a few shots in your chest.
Anyways, thank you all for listening. Again, I want to reiterate, we're trying to get guests on here who are just regular people who have a favorite movie in mind and what makes them want to go to the movies.
Or Brad Pitt. One of them. See what happens.
If we got Brad Pitt putting that grapefruit to use.
Oh.
Jesus. Such a good way to end the fucking show.
Yeah.
Slurping some
So
Brad.
Brad Pitt, if you're hearing this anytime, it's only an hour flight out here.
Angelina's not involved anymore. We know you're free.
We love you.
Hayden loves you.
Anywho, thank you for listening. Appreciate if you are. This has been the podcast, and we're signing out.
Name coming soon.
Name coming soon. Insert name podcast. We're out.